Minh Thúy xin kính chào quý vị. Hôm nay thứ Tư, 1 tháng 3, 2017. Đến với chương trình Good Morning Washington DC sáng nay, Minh Thúy xin kính mời quý vị tiếp tục theo dõi phỏng vấn đặc biệt Chuẩn tướng Châu Lập Thế do Destiny Nguyễn thực hiện. Để mở đầu, Minh Thúy xin kính mời quý vị theo dõi phần 3 cuộc phỏng vấn mà Chuẩn tướng Châu Lập Thế dành riêng cho SCPN Washington DC.
And one thing is when you would say about tướng Ngô Quang Trưởng, and now you wear the uniform as what he did before. So how did you feel on his position?
When I was a child, of course, you knew nothing. But as a military officer, and I cannot say I truly relate to what they went through because they went to hell. It's very tragic that we had the entire generation, pretty much from 1954 all the way until 1975, right? 20 years of nothing but war, and the time that they separate away from the family. I think I went away deployment for three times, and the more I deploy away from home, the more I appreciate the soldiers and officers in the South Vietnamese Army, because not only my father was in the military, but also my uncle, stationed pretty much the entire time of my childhood at Hue, so we hardly see them. So as a military officer in the United States, even though my deployment compared to what they went through is nothing. They went to hell, and to having to fight an enemy that had endless supply from China and Russia, when we from the South practically, struggled just to get enough bullet to fight. Definitely give me a great sense of respect for what they've been through, no doubt. And really admire one of the reasons that I picked him. We do have many great and smart and a brave general in the South Vietnamese. The reason I single him out, because I think the integrity part is so important for a military officers, not only in South Vietnamese but also in the United States. People, once they get to a higher ranking, they get this perceived power. To me, it's not power, it's just a responsibility that they give you. And they have a tendency to do things that they normally wouldn't do to provide for themselves. So for him, for all the book that I read and everything that I learned about him, he seemed like a very humble, a noble man, down to earth, care for his soldiers, care for his family, and have a deep sense of duty and care for his country. I think that is definitely someone that all of us can emulate and strive to be. So.
Chuẩn tướng vừa mới mention là ba của Chuẩn tướng hồi xưa cũng là trong quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa, mà ngay cả chú cũng trong quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa. Thì at 1975, ba của Chuẩn tướng là làm về bên binh chủng nào?
I think my father was stationed at đảo Phú Quốc. I think sadly he passed away when I was only 2 years old. At that time, I think the Viet Cong bombarded kind of mortar, bombarded the island, so he got caught in that. He was with don't know the exact services. It's like almost like either
the U.S. Merchant Marine.
Either the Merchant Marine, something like that, that's stationed down at that area. But my uncle and my father only had two. My father's family only had two boys, my father and my uncle. And my uncle is a South Vietnamese Marine. I think he's stationed at Hue, Da Nang, pretty much like his adult life for 20 years, that we hardly even see him. He came home and wounded, and then shortly he had to go again, So it was a pretty sad time for my grandfathers, because we only had 2 boys, and one already passed away. The other one practically hardly home, during the whole war time. So.
Và kính thưa quý vị, như chúng ta biết, Chuẩn tướng Châu Lập Thế là một trong 3 vị chuẩn tướng hiện nay của người Mỹ gốc Việt trong quân đội Hoa Kỳ. Và chúng ta cũng từng có biết qua Chuẩn tướng Lương Xuân Việt. Thì Daphne cũng từng có phỏng vấn Chuẩn tướng Lương Xuân Việt, thì Daphne được biết ba của Chuẩn tướng Lương Xuân Việt cũng là người trong quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa. Và Chuẩn tướng Lương Xuân Việt cũng chia sẻ rằng Hy cũng học được rất nhiều những cái chiến thuật từ những người đi trước trong quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa. Và bây giờ Daphne cũng thấy rằng Chuẩn tướng Châu Lập Thế cũng là con của một người trong quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa và cũng rất là kính nể những vị tướng trong quân lực Việt Nam Cộng Hòa. Thì có thể chúng ta nói là người Việt Nam mình có câu là con nhà Tông không giống lông cũng giống cánh. Vậy thì bây giờ để cho những cái em trẻ ở Mỹ này muốn vào trong quân đội Hoa Kỳ cũng có một cái mai là to give back this country, what's your advice to them?
Military service is a good career. It is a very good. Today's military in the United States is not like what our parents used to know back in the 60s. You either go to jail or you go to the military. Today's military, especially in the United States, is very professional. A professional organization. As you see, many of our officers, for example, even the enlisted, highly educated, very, and at the same time, very motivated in terms of country, duty, and honor. And so I think whoever, especially our younger generation Vietnamese, if they have the opportunity, and if they don't want to go to active duty, that's okay. They can go do the reserve or the National Guard. You still can serve your country. There's a lot of, beside all the good benefit, but to get a self-satisfaction of you are serving your country is bigger than yourself. We owe this country more than we can ever pay for. Okay, as Destiny, you and I know, freedom cannot be bought, right? Freedom is priceless. So what can we do to give back? We have one life given to us here. We can choose to either live a life, indulge ourselves with monetary value, buy big home, fancy car, and self-absorbed, make ourselves look good and everything, or we do something to benefit our community, our country. I believe you can do both. You can make a very good living as a full-time military person, or you can do part-time. And you can get the sense of, not only you get the tremendous amount of leadership training, but you get to know America more than you ever know. I mean, when I first came to Roanoke, my first unit when I came in, Southwest Virginia, many country boys, right? And here I was walking into a formation. My first platoon sergeant was a Vietnam veteran. He looked at me, he said, not too long ago, I was in your country, and you probably one of those who pulled my shirt tail asking me for chewing gum. And now I have to salute you. Oh. And I say, God bless America, right? Only in America that someone like me came here with nothing can become somebody. So we need to give back any way possible, and serving in the military is, to me, is one of the a great way to do. The benefit is very good. Beside the self fulfillment that you do something good for your community, for your country, but also the monetary value, the pay and the benefits and all that stuff. I mean, it's I cannot say enough of it, because I served 30 years. Otherwise, if I didn't like it, I would not have, wear the uniform for 30 years now. I got my commission in 1987. So this is, so I'm getting ready to have my 30 years anniversary, reunion at VMI. So 30 years, I still loving it. I will continue to serve my country until they tell me that I'm too old to serve, and then I will quit. But other than that, I love it.
Kính thưa quý vị, chương trình đến đây xin được tạm ngưng trong giây lát. Kính mời quý vị trở lại với phần 2 sau phần thông báo và quảng cáo.
Trung tâm We Care chăm sóc sức khỏe tại gia của người Việt phục vụ người Việt. Yes, We Care chăm sóc sức khỏe tại gia cho quý vị cao niên có Medicare, Medicaid, chăm sóc người bị bệnh đi lại khó khăn hay khuyết tật. Nhân viên của We Care phục vụ chăm chỉ, tận tâm và chu đáo. Trung tâm We Care cung cấp dịch vụ tại vùng Hoa Thịnh Đốn và phụ cận. Nếu quý vị cao niên đang nằm trong bệnh viện và muốn được nhân viên chăm sóc tại tư gia sau khi xuất viện, xin liên lạc We Care trước khi xuất viện để được hướng dẫn thủ tục. Mọi chi tiết xin liên lạc với Quỳnh Châu số 703 879 3750.
So I got my time in the Inada Dream Wave, and I now understand why so many people are waiting in line to have this experience here. This is, according to Inada, the top of the line of the top of the line.
It is indeed the best spa chair in the world, and our very own Dr. Sears has been basically in this chair for the last 30 minutes.
This is completely amazing. This is called the Inada Dreamwave massage chair, and it is the best massage chair in the entire world. It's hitting all my shiatsu points. It does not feel like a machine. It feels like there's somebody's hands on my back just working all these points.
Muốn cho cả nhà được khỏe mạnh, thoải mái, tiêu trừ mệt mỏi đau nhức, mỗi gia đình nên có ghế massage Inada Dreamwave Medical Chair của Nhật, làm tại Nhật, tốt nhất thế giới, chỉ có tại Teletron. Đang sale giá đặc biệt tặng quà 600. Teletron Washington DC trong khu Eden Center 703 237 8999.